I have this thing called the day off sandwich, where I get a big loaf of bread, give it to the deli man, and we get pretty much almost everything that it contains Chipotle in the deli, and put it on one sandwich.
That's okay.
That's okay. I'll just go stop by the, they got a pharmacy out, right?
Now this market is really awesome actually because it's kind of the Caribbean, Dominican population. There's a lot of really interesting produce here. Do you ever play with culantro?
Yeah.
They actually have it here usually. The ñame, the yuca, the yauta blanca. They don't, this is not something that you have in every single grocery store. I very rarely leave my sandwich maker alone to make my sandwich because I like to supervise. So we gotta supervise. Oye, ¿no olvidaste el aguacate? See, this is why we supervise. I made a list of ingredients, but they forgot the aguacate or the avocado. Big problem. This is the day off sandwich.
I'll show you what my day off looks like.
Can you eat this for lunch or use it to knock in the door, you know, battering ram. What's going on in your face right now?
You know, who do we hang out with? I mean, these are my friends. A bunch of knuckleheaded chefs. It really astounds me that the amount of work the kitchens put in and the amount of actual money they get out, because it's all tied into our back of the house cost, and the margins are so damn minimal that, you know, they can't get a little help. Because you know the stories, man. You know, you have a porter who's making $10 an hour.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, it should be split all over the place, because if there are no plates, you can't get paid on the food.
It's all one team.
It's one team.
You know?
But then it all goes to the whole thing where, like, people complain about prices in restaurants. God forbid they have to pay more, because these folks can't pay their rent. If we don't, there needs to be a good living wage.
Yeah.
You know, if there's not going to be a tip out, there has to be a proper living wage that has to be subsidized by the clientele.
Oh, it's a tough call because, I mean, it's economics from top to bottom. It's supply and demand. Like, at a certain point, if you make your prices too high, you don't have any customers, and then you have nothing to pay anybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sure, you can make your prices accordingly, but the realities of economy and your competition and what they're doing, you can't take away from that. So, I mean, it's kind of a tough thing. And then where do you cut corners? You're gonna cut corners on your food quality?
Of course not. I mean, that's...
No.
Of course, that's
So, like, it's...
Maybe.
Here, I got Soylent Green for everyone.
Or you cut costs on your human quality, and you hire some schmuck that's 2 weeks in a culinary school.
Yeah, and you hire some shoe shiners. A guy who thinks he's hotter than he is in terms of kitchen and cooking and being a cook. And
synonymous to a hack.
A hack cook, shoe shiner. A guy should just go get his freaking shine box.
Go get your freaking shine box.
Go get your freaking shine box. I remember when you was little and you was shining my shoes real. Go get your fucking shine box. But no, I mean, that's what it is with these guys. They're gonna come in there, they think they're hot shit because they probably did an externship somewhere. The publicity and the fame of working in a restaurant and being a chef, you know, just increases exponentially.
Anything to do with reality?
Everything.
Of course, everything to do with it. Everything to do with it. Back in the day, I was happy to see that they were kind of compiling one area for food and watching food instead of watching it on PBS. But it's more of, oh, I'm not a chef, but I'm a suburban upper class lady who likes to cook and travel. Of course you do. What else are you gonna do? You don't do the dishes. You don't clean your freaking house. You have more money than you know what to do with. And of course you're gonna go away and freaking learn how to cook stuff. You know? Tell that to somebody who lives like freaking down in the projects that we can see out this freaking window. You know, you think they can go out there and experience this culture? Why aren't you so cultured? Why don't you know food? It's right around the corner. Well, asshole, if they had the money to do that, of course they would. You know, they don't have the means for it. Like the Food Network, when it was, you know, when it first came to light, it was cool.
Right.
You know, it was like brought to light different cultures, different food styles, this and that. And I was like, wow, this is really neat. You know, but then it blows up.
What happens is the blow up of reality TV forces that format upon food.
That has nothing to do with cooking, though.
No,
Exactly.
none
One of
whatsoever.
these shows.
Exactly, and I come home from a 14-hour day, and the missus wants to watch this, and I'm like, I spend all day watching people do dumb shit in the kitchen and telling them not to do it, and I gotta come home and watch this shit on TV?
Are you fucking kidding me?
No thanks.
Yeah, cereal.
So I like to really see top flight dudes doing their thing.
Doing their thing.
You can really
Going
see
in.
what somebody's
Like going in.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's like these kids coming out, and then the whole thing is like, oh, are we gonna use sous vide? Are we gonna use like freaking circulators? Are we gonna use like chemical enhancements and stuff like that? Like, do you know how to fucking braise? I ask, do you know how to cook a steak? Can you cook a fucking
Yeah.
steak?
In New York, in terms of diversity, I am very frequently the only white person in the kitchen most of the time.
You're not white, bro.
I know, whatever.
You know, the funny thing is in this industry, in cooking, you're biting off of somebody. There's no real, true, original thing out there. You can repackage a couple of things here and there, but the flavor profiles, it's kind of like what works.
Well, not to mention you're dealing with Mother Nature too.
Yeah.
Like, okay, kale as an example.
Fucking kale.
Okay. How many, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, nobody had kale on their menu.
Bingo, bango,
Now
boom.
you can't go to a restaurant without finding a kale salad.
Why'd you gotta kill salad?
Now, kale is delicious. It's nutritious. I got no problem with it as an ingredient other than the fact that every single motherfucker in the entire city has a kale salad on their menu now, and it drives me nuts.
But Benjamin Kale's delicious.
It is, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, and I can make a banging kale salad.
I don't know if you
But
can.
the second... You wanna go right now? I got knives right there. Grocery store's across the street, I ain't
Why you
scared.
It'll help you poo.
Thanks, bro.
In any case, will I or will I not have a kale salad on my menu?
I am so not wanting to put a damn kale salad on my menu. I mean, this goes back to the whole thing about, food media. People don't understand restaurant quality, and they don't understand the steps to get to do what we do. You can't make a sauce, a nice reduction sauce, in 3 hours. Give it time. It's okay. Plan out your day. Give it the time that it deserves. Give each ingredient the honor that it deserves. And if you don't, then you might as well just go eat a frickin' feed bag at McDonald's and call it a day. But you're such a fucking foodie, so you go ahead and you get all these super duper expensive ingredients. Like, you know what? Tell these knuckleheads they're gonna go out and they're gonna buy some truffle this, truffle that, the foie grass. They'll buy the whatever else, like a big old lobster, and like, I'm so cool because I can cook this stuff. Dude, cook an oxtail.
Exactly.
Cook a freaking oxtail, bro. I'll F your mouth up with flavor with a freaking oxtail, boy, I tell you that.
Just the smallest thing to like when you put the butter down on a skillet, like moving it around a bit so it like evenly goes on all the bread. Like not every
You're
home.
supposed to do that?